What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So we're over here at the shop, B&K Performance. You see this one ain't got no heart. That one ain't got no heart. We're gonna go ahead and swap it in today. Hopefully get the thing fully installed in the new car with the motor mounts on it, with the motor plate, mid plate, and everything so that it finds a new home. Man, it sure is hard seeing that. Knowing, we've seen that a million times in the last 15 years, but seeing it and it's not gonna be a race car anymore, that's still challenging for me. But it is what it is, guys. Go to turbojohnracing.com. Go grab some merchandise, comment, like, and subscribe. Let me show you what we got going on.
All right, the t-shirts are finally in stock. We have them here. Go to turbojohnracing.com to grab your breakout t-shirts. This is our newest design. This is probably my favorite one so far. Go check it out. Go purchase one. We've also got fitted hats at the website.
All right, guys, so we got that thing separated. Transmission's apart from it, so I already done this, took it apart, and basically what I did is I changed this gasket and this O-ring. And this O-ring right here is really hard. So I think probably this is where it was leaking from, most likely. And so we put a little bit of silicone on the back of the bell housing, and we siliconed this really good and torqued it all down. So transmission, I did put a new seal in it here too. I did not go ahead and pull the whole transmission apart just because we just had this thing apart when we were in Charlotte back in, I think it was July, at Street Car Takeover. So everything looked good in the transmission. We were essentially just making it so this thing hopefully would stop leaking is our goal. So let's slide this. We're going to attach this back to the motor, and then we're going to start the process putting it in. Let's see what happens. So here we go. We got the motor mostly in. We had to trim the mid plate over here. This is going to slide over a little bit this way. And we're using the factory Mustang mount back here. And the way that one works is I did modify it like when I first got this car so it slides. So we got it slid back as far as we can. We're going to mount the motor kind of high. It's going to be a couple inches off of that. That way it'll be easier to get the diaper on and off. And plus, with the motor being higher in the car, it should make it so that it works a little better on the no print. We might just keep going up with it till we get close. Well, I guess we got to be able to get the bell housing bolts out. And the way I did my fuel line here, that's kind of aggravating and in the way. I couldn't modify that to make it a little easier. Now we do have an oil inlet that is back here. That's gonna be not fun to get to, but I think we'll be fine with it there. I mean, that's where, you know, having the firewall slid back and having the floor and stuff cut out makes a difference. It makes it easier to work on. We had to do some massive pounding to get the transmission to slide over because the shifter linkage was hitting the transmission tunnel, but it's coming. All right, guys, well, we made some good progress. We had to do a lot of trimming and modifying on that front plate. So it fits though. We don't have anything tabbed up yet, but now it is in the permanent location for the most part. We just got to verify a couple things to make sure it's nice and square, which right there is looking like it is pretty doggone close. So that's probably where she's going to be. We did get to raise it just a tad. It's about 1 inch higher than the last one, which will definitely give me better oil pan clearance. It'll make it easier to put the diaper on it.
Are you done yet?
We're not done yet. We're almost done, but yeah, we're done for the night. I got to go get a plug tomorrow. You can see this is the old turbo feel back there. So that right there is the way it was going. We don't use it anymore anyway, so I got to get a plug that is flat. The single front plate should make it so that it's a little more sturdy and rigid. The mid plate is good. The transmission mount is good. My drive shaft actually fits. So the drive shaft is up in there. Now, one of the problems that we may have, the drive shaft's up in there. We are gonna have to modify the cross member a little bit to get this all pulled over. That's slid out just a little bit like it was on the last one. That drive shaft's 47.5 inches long. And that's an old, you can see it's a NASCAR shaft. We got a low ride height, and so we got plenty of room in the top up there. But you can see we got about 1.5 inches of clearance between that cross member and the drive shaft. And so once we get the shocks on the back, we will have to drop the rear end down some and see if it's actually going to hit. We might need to go with a 3-inch drive shaft. We might also could modify that cross member to make it so that it is a little more user friendly. So that might be what we end up having to do. We'll have to play that by ear once we get there. So everything's lining up right there though, guys. It looks like it fits nice and tight. Lots of room. We've also got to put a drive shaft loop in. Somebody cut that one out, so we got to get another drive shaft loop for that. And then we'll be set under here. So guys, we made a bunch of progress. This is, suddenly it looks more like a race car when you get the motor and transmission stuff almost in it. So it is getting closer. So tomorrow, hopefully, I can get over here. We'll get the mid plate stuff mounted, the front plate permanently mounted, get the transmission permanently mounted, get the drive shaft in it. And then we got to, from that point, it's mainly just a wiring issue. We are going to take the shifter out of the other car. So I got to do shifter out of the other car. Go ahead and do that. Probably need to do a little bit more clearance down there on the actual tunnel. It's pretty tight. We'll put all the steering column stuff back in. That might be challenging with the headers. But the good thing is with the motor raised up, man, it looks like I have a lot more room in here to actually to change plugs. Oh man, check that out. I'm gonna be able to get to the plug super easy. That is super nice. Well, now the motor is jacked up, but it'll be easier to get to everything. So I think we're in good shape, guys. All right, guys, once we get that mounted, one of the last things we'll do, we'll finish this up and we'll do a tube across the front to get it so that it will support the front end. So making progress. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see y'all soon. Don't forget to go to turbojohnracing.com, grab some merchandise. Thanks.